On today's show,
To the king in the fourth and overtime, we'll discuss Isaiah Thomas's 53-point masterpiece.
was that the best game of the playoffs? Do the Wizards still have a shot?
And does Pop have any tricks up his sleeve for slowing down those red-hot Rockets?
It's Wednesday, May 3rd. The starter starts now.
Good evening, Sweet World, and welcome to The Starters. Whether you're listening to the podcast, joining us live right now on NBA TV, or later on YouTube, we're very, very happy to have you. I'm Jay Skeets, and alongside me, as always, that's Tass Mellis.
Thank you for joining us.
To his right, it's the international man of mystery, taking it to the max, Lee Ellis.
Friend.
Lily.
Lily, and last, certainly not least, over yonder, it is the bearded one, it's Trey Kirby.
Hey-o!
Hey,
yo! TK, what's up?
Well, I'm here at the internet looking for your best tweets at #TheStarters, and if you've been watching the show this year, you know we're in the midst of our best wedgie season ever. The 48 wedgies stuck so far are the most in modern wedgie history, and it seems like we've been on a collision course with 50 since the season's very first week, but we're still too short, and like Tass says, wedgies slow down in the playoffs.
They do.
So with that in mind, we enlisted the help of the biggest wedgie fan we know to make our final push for 50, and honestly, if this doesn't do the trick, nothing will.
Hello, I'm Shaq O'Neal, and I want your wedgies. If you have dunk wedgies, block wedgies, I want them. Not these wedgies. Those wedgies. Deep wedgies, soft wedgies. Send them to me. I need them. I love wedgies. Send me your wedgies, and I'll be happy. Remember, stick the wedgies in if you wanna be my friend. If you wanna be my friend, just stick the wedgies in. Wedgies!
Wow.
Good luck getting that song out of your head for the next week. But this is where you at home come in. We got a poll up on our Twitter page @TheStarters where you can vote on a very simple question. Will we reach 50 wedgies this season? I know we all want to, but will we do it? Get your votes in now. We'll check out the results a little bit later.
It's a lock now.
It's a lock.
It's a
now.
lock. I mean, Shaq's
good
helping us
shot.
out. Yeah, we're good 2 tonight. Exactly.
Stick the wedgies
That's
in.
the spirit, Lee. All right.
We're going to keep doing this show. Just show that again for the next 25 minutes.
No, we've got a fun show here tonight, Tass. We're going to play a little fill in the blank. We're going to look ahead to tonight's 2 Game 2s in Cleveland and San Antonio. But we start with a little true or false. It's a Celtics-Wizards edition here, though, because there's a whole lot to unpack. TK, why don't you get us started?
All right, fresh off oral surgery and on the day his sister China would have turned 23, Isaiah Thomas scored a career-high 53 points, including 29 in the fourth quarter and overtime, to lead the Celtics to another come-from-behind victory against the Wizards. Guys, true or false, Isaiah Thomas just had the best performance of the playoffs.
Of course he did.
True.
This is going to be unanimous across the board because you said every other sort of circumstance that he was playing with, just the performance made it the best thing. But then you
Right.
have everything else stockpiled on top of that. 6 hours of oral surgery the day before, plus another 4 that day. Getting that,
okay, we don't need to go into
personal
details.
mouthpiece there. Yeah, it was masterful, and it was sort of quiet because the first 3 quarters, John Wall actually played better than him. You know, he only had 24 through 3. John Wall had 35, but obviously Isaiah Thomas finished a heck of a lot stronger with 29 in the fourth and OT.
It reminded me of LeBron James's game against the Pistons in 2007 in that last quarter where he had scored 29 of their last 30 points. That every time Isaiah touched the ball, you felt he was either going to score or set up a teammate. But most of the time, didn't matter who the Wizards threw at him, he was going to get his shot off. He was coming off screens. They couldn't keep up with him. And every time he put it up, even that last one at the foul with Markieff Morris where he didn't even have control of the ball, he still scored
Right.
then. Everything he threw up just went in, and for the Celtics to come from behind, because the Wizards led for a lot of this game. Celtics, though, led when it mattered.
But if someone wrote the script for what Isaiah Thomas has been going through over the last couple of days, or even his entire career, really, being drafted last
Yeah.
and then being bounced from a couple teams and becoming, as a 5'9", he's not even 5'9" guy, as the franchise player for the team, you wouldn't believe it, especially like you said, Friday, they close out a series. Saturday, he's got to fly across the coast for his sister's funeral. Sunday, they come back from like 16 down to start that game. He has a great game, 33 points. Then he's got the oral surgery, the mouth surgery there on the next day, and then this. I mean, you wouldn't, if someone wrote that, you wouldn't believe it. You'd be like, no, get out of here.
No,
You're not
yeah,
gonna believe that.
he was a
It's
fan
wild.
favorite, before the
Yeah.
postseason. because of his stature, because of who he is, but he's just such a likable guy. Everything he's dealing with, some guys wouldn't play.
He thrives on adversity, I think. You know, the Kings gave up on him, the Suns gave up on him after half a season. Now he's in Boston, and I don't think a lot of people thought he was going to be this player he's turned out to be in Boston, and now he's like not only the fan favourite, he's their best player.
I like this quote after the game as well, and I can't say enough about the shock doctor who made my mouth guard, Dr. Miola, and team physician, Dr. McKeon. He's just giving everybody thanks, including the people who made his mouth guard for him. Again, 10 hours within 2 days. Some people can't go to the dentist once. 10 hours in 2 days.
He said it's a little harder to talk trash, though, with the mouth guard.
That's true.
As it would be. You don't you wear a mouth guard.
Yeah.
You don't talk a lot of trash.
No, well, you have to take it out, but then you don't want to drop it on the ground.
Yeah, no.
It becomes
You're
dirty.
a germaphobe. Yeah.
Unbelievable performance. And it is so far the performance of the playoffs, no doubt. All right, Trey, next one.
All right, game 2 of Celtics Wiz had so many bodies hitting the floor, you might have thought you were at a Drowning Pool concert. Shout out to Drowning Pool.
Shout out to Drowning Pool. Wow.
Guys were thrown, guys were bleeding, and somebody was on the ground every 2 minutes. It was like the 1990s out there, and it went to overtime. So true or false, that was the best game of the playoffs.
True.
Yeah,
I think it's true because of not only the 53-point performance from Isaiah and then John Wall doing what he was doing, but that physical play. Again, like Trey said, it made it like a 90s or late 80s game, and that's fun. No one wants to see people getting hurt out there, but people like to see this
blood.
physicality and a little bit of trash talk and going back and forth. And we knew heading into the series with the Celtics and Wizards that we might get this, so it's sort of living up to the billing. So I think it's true.
Yeah, this was definitely the best game. You just couldn't look away for entire 4 quarters. We had a great game with the Spurs and Grizzlies earlier this postseason, but this one involved, again, from tip to the end, a lot of bodies hitting the floor, and a lot of the time when there's physical play, it's the supporting players. But Isaiah Thomas was right in the middle of this from the get-go. Him dropping to the middle of the floor, before the game, taking photos of,
they're all there.
Yep, everything looking good. You got to use that camera. That's the mirror. That's the
look
modern
away
day
here.
mirror.
Oh,
He hits the floor right there.
Yeah, shout out to the mouth guard on that one.
Yeah, but again, coming back and maybe he wasn't talking a lot of trash because of the mouth guard and making that difficult, but he sure was doing it with his eyes to Markieff Morris. He was really staring at him.
He was also using his head at one stage when he got Kelly Oubre on a little layup there, and he also got Otto Porter too, got some blood out of his nose.
A lot of blood.
None of that
this
stuff
game.
was intentional, of course, but when it is a physical series like that, these sorts of things get highlighted
It was
a little
fun.
more.
This is game 2.
I know.
This is game 2. There's going to be at least 2 more of these, if not more. That's what's sort of crazy. This stuff tends to happen sometimes around 4 and 5 and 6 when you just get absolutely tired of these other guys. But this is already happening.
But no
because of the
flagrants in
regular
this game.
That's
And
true. That's
everybody
true.
kept it in control.
I love how it was sort of set from the tone, though, with Markieff Morris. I mean, remember in game 1, Al Horford, of course, undercuts him, he gets under him, and we believe accidental, of course. It's Al Horford. He doesn't have this reputation. But Markieff leaves that game 1 with that badly sprained ankle. And then he says, leading up to game 2, I'm going to go up and ask him. I'm asking Big Al, hey, man, is that serious? Did you mean to do that?
Doesn't sound like he's asking that.
Yeah, and then like a minute later, I guess he didn't like the response because he just chucks him into the stands, and that sort of set the tone there as it continued all night. So this was, you're right, that Spurs-Grizzlies game 4 where Conley and Kawhi were going head-to-head and the Gasol game winner in overtime, that was a great game. But this
Didn't
one
have the same sort of
this
tension
one was
in it.
better.
Yeah, from the
tensions were high.
get-go. I couldn't turn away.
Right.
And Markieff Morris had a fantastic game in this one. To come back from that ankle injury to be likely the Wizards' second-best player in this one.
Was that Markieff Morris, though?
No one will
He's
ever
got
know.
a twin brother. How do you know? How do you know that's not Marcus?
I don't.
Put your tinfoil hat on, man. It's a conspiracy. I want to play. All right, final one here, Trey.
All right, the Wizards dropped both games up in Boston, and they blew double-digit leads both times. Starters have been pretty good in both games, but the bench hasn't really shown up in either of them. The Wiz won all 3 games at home in round 1, and the series is moving to Washington, though. So, true or false, the Wizards can still make this a series?
This question implies as if they've been blown out twice.
Yeah.
They haven't. These have been 2 very,
They could have
very
been up
winnable
2-0.
games.
Yeah.
Very winnable. Now, they won't come back if the fact that they missed these winnable games is bothering them, has gotten to them. But at the same time, write the story when the ball is in the air, because John Wall could have won this game very easily. They're up 6 with 2.5 minutes left. They're up 2 with 30 seconds left, and then they have game-winning shot opportunity right here. So
Look at Bradley Beal's.
yes,
Oh, man.
Bradley Beal short-armed that one.
But that was a product of Bradley Beal's game, though. He had a very, very bad...
That was the worst game I can remember Bradley Beal playing in the NBA.
And you know, what affected him was shooting the ball so badly, it affected the rest of his game. He had some awful turnovers.
Yeah.
He wasn't really there on defense. He wasn't doing other things to keep himself involved in the game.
But they still lose in overtime.
Exactly,
Yeah, with Bradley Beal having a bad game on the road. So
Yeah.
if this has decimated their spirit, I mean, we don't know that, then maybe they're out of it. But they're going back home.
Yeah.
They could easily tie this baby up.
And John Wall addressed in the post-game, they've had moments in both games where they just lose focus, and that has cost them both times. They can't afford to do that. It's got to be a 48-minute effort from these guys the whole time because
That's the problem, though.
Yeah.
It has to be a 48-minute effort
can't-
from their starters.
Yeah.
Because when they go to the bench for a lot of these times, that's when it falls apart. John Wall, do you agree that he was gassed by the end of this game?
Yeah,
look,
because
it
he
sure
wasn't
looked
getting
like
any
it.
help.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So
he
that's
wasn't getting
one
a lot
worry.
of help.
That's one worry. But I think it's still going to be a series. Yeah, of course.
But Brooks has to keep Beal or Wall on the floor at all times. He didn't do that in the whole
Yeah.
series against Atlanta, but I think that's the key to at least keeping some consistency.
Unbelievable game. All right, we got to take a break, but after the jump, some fill-in-the-blank fun with regards to the Dubs' easy Game 1 victory. Back with the starters, time to play a little fill-in-the-blank fun. Trey, you've got the questions. We'll hopefully fill in the blank.
Sounds good to me. Warriors-Jazz second round series tipped off last night, and it went pretty much as expected. All 5 Golden State starters were in double digits, while no Jazz man scored more than 13 as the Warriors took a 1-0 lead in the Roracle. It's time to fill in the blank. Game 1 of Warriors-Jazz was blank.
A stroll for the Warriors.
Stroll for
Yeah,
the Warriors.
Yeah, they weren't really tested last night, but let's be fair to the Jazz. They were just coming off a 7-game series against the Clips. They only had 1 day to prepare. The Warriors had a whole week to prepare. And I just don't think the Jazz were ready for it. I just think the Warriors needed to... We wanted to know with the Warriors maybe a little bit rusty, but they just went out there last night, shared the ball around, everyone got shots. They only shot 24% from 3, but they only had 7 turnovers as well. So they didn't really get punished for anything that they didn't do well.
I said, like a good breakfast, it was balanced. The Warriors were perfect out there. They shared the wealth. There was absolutely no pressing. They came out, there were 4 All-Stars. Curry, 11 shots, just doing his thing. Clay, 13 shots. Nobody tried to take over. Draymond Green had Joe Johnson on for this game. He could have shot a lot. No, I'll just shoot 10 times. And KD shot 17. It was a perfect performance. Nobody pressing at all. They played at the Jazz's pace. The Jazz did a very good job of that. This was a very slow game for the Warriors, only 91 possessions. The Warriors, could have pressed. One of them could have shot a lot more, but they just chilled out. Even though they shot 24% from 3, the Jazz did a good job of staying in this. I don't know what more you can ask of the Jazz. They moved the ball side to side. They used 20 seconds on the shot clock. I thought it was a fine performance for them.
They stayed in it, but at no point did you ever feel like they were going to win, which is why I went with Game 1 of the Warriors-Jazz was the Lee Ellis special, a.k.a. I'll watch this in the morning. I'm going to bed.
That's true.
Even though you're right, it wasn't like a 20 or 30 point lead and it was like, okay, this one's definitely over. It just felt like they were in total control. And maybe it was because they weren't turning the ball over.
Yeah.
They were just so dominant on that end of the floor. So, like you, Lee, I caught some of it in the morning as well.
Smart,
Yeah,
man.
that's smart.
The
I'm
playoffs
rested.
are long.
I feel so invigorated today. All right, next
look
one,
fresh.
Trey.
You guys are weird. Perhaps the biggest beef of round 2 is Matt Barnes saying that the Warriors would have rather played the Clippers because there's no nightlife in Salt Lake City. It was a burn so deep the Jazz had to respond, and they did with their shirts that they'll set out for Game 3, which simply state #nightlife. You guys might have some of your own beefs to settle, so fill in the blank. Your personalized playoff shirt says...
No, mine's not.
Blank.
Mine's not a beef.
I don't know.
I went 40 games in 40 nights. 40 games in 40 nights. It's just so much fun to say. It's not even technically true. We've had
Not at all.
We've had 49 games in 18 nights, which is why we're going to bed at 1 o'clock in the morning. But yeah, it's too much fun to say.
That's the old TNT saying, right?
That's
40
right.
games and
40
40
games
40
and
games
40
on TNT.
nights.
I've got a DVR crossed out because I go live. I'm addicted to the second screen experience. I need social media as I'm watching a game
dangerous,
at
man.
all times. I don't need a DVR. Even though I'm wasting time when I could be, getting these games in within an hour. Nah, I want the 2.5. I want the 3-hour experience. What else do I got to do with my life?
Don't you find
anyways?
yourself being distracted
enjoying-
a little bit
Yeah,
by
of
it?
course.
Yeah, that's
I'm
the
a
problem.
millennial, sort of. I'm on the border, sort of. But why not?
What about you, Lee?
You know how everyone says like the Warriors versus everybody or Cleveland versus everybody? I'm going me versus bed. because these 10:30 tip-offs, they're not 10:30 tip-offs. They should say they're 10:47 tip-offs.
Yeah, that's right. That's right.
They're tough, man. They're tough, especially after we have an emotional game like we had last night, the Celtics and the Wizards. You need a break after that. You can't just jump straight into the next game. And like you said before, I like to sometimes just get up and watch them in the morning because I'm fresher.
You're focused.
Yeah,
You're focused.
man. Some 11:15, 11:30, you're looking up and you're just going, I haven't really even watched this game and I'm not in bed, so I'm losing both ways.
Do you shower before you watch the game?
In the morning?
Yeah.
TMI.
No, not really.
No, I wasn't asking if you showered between games. You're not playing it.
I probably should though, man.
Maybe it works. Generation freshen up.
Showering between games. That's the craziest thing I've ever heard.
I'm going to do that tonight.
Russell Westbrook's season might be over, but he's still piling up the steals and assists.
You know, this is what happens when you come to a restaurant, you trying to get a free dessert, you lie, tell them it's your wife's birthday. Woo, happy birthday, sugar. We got free dessert, baby. Yeah.
Fill in the blank. Westbrook's free dessert scheme was blank.
It's the Russell hustle. Smart move. Smart move, Russ.
I went fantastic, yeah. It's great. It's a smart move.
I went cheeky. It's a little bit cheeky because it's one of those things that if you're the waitress or waiter and you're the owner of the restaurant, you're never going to question someone, are you? You're not going to say, hey, listen, it's my wife's birthday. You're not going to say, well, let me see her ID first.
Especially if you're Russell Westbrook.
a multi-millionaire. You can
That's
afford
$25 million
You can afford your
contract.
desserts as well. So, and then he's bragging on social media. Next time he goes back to that restaurant,
No.
guess what?
I think the kitchen, you're right. I think you're right. The kitchen sort of knew, I think, that this was a scam. Did you see how they wrote birthday on the cake? I think we have, that says birthday? They were like, yeah, right. Here, blam, blam. Here's your cake. Take it. It's not your birthday. They
The
knew.
cake looks great.
They knew.
actually.
The pastry chef knew, I'm telling you.
You tried doing cursive and icing.
Well, I'm sure it's not easy, but I think they gave up on it. All right. We got to take a break. After the jump, when we come back, we're going to look ahead to tonight's playoff action, including whether the Spurs can slow down James Harden and the Rockets. So don't go anywhere. You're watching The Starters, presented by Jack Daniels, Tennessee Honey.
The Starters on NBA TV is brought to you by Jack Daniels Tennessee Honey, proud partner of the NBA. Do your friends proud. Please drink responsibly.
51 games in 19 nights. 51 games in 19. See, it doesn't have the same ring to it. But doubleheader action tonight on TNT. Raps and Cavs, Game 2. Cleveland leading that series 1-0, followed by the Rockets and Spurs. Houston, shocking a lot of people in Game 1, blowing out the Spurs. We'll see if either of those teams can tie it up, and we'll do that in the look ahead as Trey has the questions for both of these games.
Yeah, that's right, Skeets. The Raptors got LeBron in their Game 1 loss to the Cavs. So what's an adjustment the Raptors can make tonight?
They have to start better, and that has to do with their lineup. They're a little bit too big and slow, and get more agile by maybe removing Jonas Valanciunas out of that lineup, but just stop the unforced errors. Let's start with that. 5 turnovers in the first Q, and it started on the first possession.
Ugh.
Their starters got hammered 94-63 in this game. I mean, let's just start with, not traveling and not giving the ball away. So the King is asking for an alley-oop off the glass within the first 3 minutes. That has to change. Forget about the lineups, etc. Just don't give the ball away. You can't get down to a team that obviously is the favorite.
Yeah, Dwayne Casey, I think it's not panic stations just now, but he has to do something different because they can't have the same performance they had in Game 1. The Cavs won't feel any sort of threat from Toronto when they go to Game 3 and 4. So I think whatever they do, the Raptors come out with a little bit more intensity. And, on those stuff when LeBron is doing alley-oops like that, if they don't like it, then maybe take a hard foul. Send a little message like you're not just going to rook us, as Dave Fizdale might say, and maybe send us a message say, listen, we're not going to have you clown us from the first 3 minutes of the game.
Yeah, we are hearing reports heading into this game that possibly Norman Powell might be back in the starting lineup and Jakob Poeltl in for, obviously for DeMarre Carroll for Powell and then Valanciunas for Poeltl. This is what we're hearing. This is not confirmed, but you would think Casey's going to do something. Poeltl's interesting if that happens, but Valanciunas, you would imagine, will come out like they did in the Bucks series, and even if they just try and go smaller right from the get-go. But they got to take care of the ball. You're absolutely right. All right, next one, Trey.
All right, Houston hit 22 threes in one game, won by 27 points. So here's a simple question. How will the Spurs slow down the Rockets?
I think they've got to make life tougher for James Harden. He really didn't have to work all that hard in Game 1, even though he was brilliant. And for me, if I'm Greg Popovich, I'd maybe try to stop the flow of offense through him and put Kawhi Leonard on him from the start. That will make it harder for James Harden to score, and it will make him harder for him to pass as well. And even if he does pass those guys, they won't be as open as often. So I think even though it's early in this series as well, I think maybe put your best defender on James Harden, see if that can really slow down Houston's offense. I know they got a lot of baskets in transition off rebounds and things like that. But James Harden, I thought in that game, he just decided
too easy.
He had no competition from him, from the Spurs defensively, and that's something that never happens from San Antonio.
I think you can just forget about the X's and O's for a second. Just don't be terrible if you're the Spurs. I mean, don't give the ball away. Act like you've played basketball before. They really just turned the ball over a ton, and that led to fast breaks. I mean, don't panic. You've got Patrick Beverley on you, LaMarcus Aldridge. Just shoot over him. You got James Harden on you. Just shoot over him. Guys just seemingly making wrong passes. These passes just don't make sense. These just didn't look like the Spurs. They didn't look like, frankly, great NBA players. I think the Rockets sped them up a little bit. They weren't balanced offensively, so they weren't good getting back on defense. They just didn't look like a very good basketball team. Start with that, then we'll talk X's and O's.
It was a very pop-like answer. Well, basically what he said after game one. We just got to play
him.
We got to play a whole lot better. Hey, smart. He's one of the best. All right, we got to take one more break, but when we come back, Lily hits us with the very solid play. You're watching The Starters, presented by Jack Daniels, Tennessee Honey. Don't go anywhere.
The wedgies in. If you wanna be my friend, if you wanna be my friend, just stick the wedgies in. Wedgies!
Based off our new video with Shaq, we asked you, is this the year we reach 50 wedgies in a season? We got 2 to go. The people have spoken. Trey, what are they saying?
The people have spoken, and 61% of people think we will reach 50
okay,
wedgies.
I like the confidence.
That means 39% of people are straight up haters.
Yeah.
Get out of here, haters. We're getting the 50. Lock it in.
All right, I love it. Lily, VSP, who gets the honor?
We're going out to Boston for a beautiful round-the-world play here from the Celtics. The game started off badly for Boston, but it finished a little rosier with that shot from Terry. That's what I call a very solid play.
Very solid pun.
I thought we were going to get players from all around the world on our Around the World play.
Started with Canada.
All right, it's time for the fan of the night. Fans really brought it in the 2 games yesterday, so we couldn't pick just one. 3 fans from Boston.
Yes,
This
yes,
one,
yes,
punch in
yes,
the sky.
yes,
yeah,
yes,
yeah.
yes.
Great stuff.
Dab.
We got a dabber. We got a dabber. A lot of people on the phone in this game.
Wow.
That kid's name is Murph for sure.
I mean, they were intrigued. They were getting a great game. You got to be pumped up. All right, just a reminder, tonight's TNT doubleheader. Raps and Cavs, followed by Rockets and Spurs. We'll be back tomorrow night to recap them both and get you set for the next set of games. So we'll see you tomorrow night.
Looking forward to that this evening. Who do you got? Rockets, Spurs?
I think the Rockets do it again.
Wow.
They were incredibly impressive in game 1.
Wow.
All right.
That means the Spurs are going to win.
Thanks for joining us, folks. And remember, if Shaq says we're getting to 50 wedgies, then we're getting to 50 wedgies.
Yeah.
It's going to happen. Game time's next, folks.
Embrace the night, people.